Focus on the prize, not the break. Not the lights, not the wins, not the race. Push is what I can't control.
Swapping that.
I train my hands, I train my soul. No shortcuts, no emotional mess. I trust you, I do my best. The future's there, by how I show it. I focus on the prize.
Reloading, cover me. Sniper's out. Reloading, yeah.
Alright, honest thoughts about this beta. Let's get right into it. The good. The game is smooth. I mean, it really is. The animations, the equipment use, and I know that sounds like it's a small thing, but when you're throwing a tactical, throwing a grenade, it's real quick and snappy. It's not like it was in previous titles, and so I really think that's a good, smooth indicator of how the game's going to play out. It just feels good. The sliding is very smooth. I really like it. Coming from BO7, I was worried about this game. A lot of the Infinity Ward games, to me, just don't feel as smooth as they need to. MW 2019, obviously, when the slide canceling was figured out, that kind of changed the entire game. But MW2, obviously, I mean, do we even need to say anything? I was really worried that this game wouldn't feel as smooth and responsive as it does, and so I'm really happy about the way this game feels. And the second good really is the attachments, the Apex attachments, that is. I think they're unique. I know we've kind of had this since MW3 in some ways, but I think they're good. I don't think they really hurt the experience. Maybe, you know, I guess when the full game releases, we'll see if some of the attachments make the guns OP, and then, you know, they'll be able to address that in updates and whatnot. But I think it's a nice addition, to be honest. It helps it to keep fresh, and you have something to grind for as far as your weapons go. All right, the fast movement is a really good thing. Whoever watches this, you might think I'm completely faded for this, but to be honest, I think this game, in a lot of ways, is even faster than BO7. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and maybe it is, and maybe it's just the maps, I don't know, but this game, the animations, the running, the sliding, maybe it's maybe I'm just getting bamboozled by the tactical sprint, but this game is really fast, and I was not expecting it to be this fast, and I really like that. Alright, a fourth thing is honestly the fun factor. This has to be mentioned. I mean, for all the problems that this game has, and it does have a lot, we're going to cover that. I really do think once you get into a flow of this game and you get used to it, it's fun. And that's really one of the biggest, most important things for an FPS game to have, is just, it's fun. I didn't feel that with MW2. It wasn't fun. The entire experience was just horrible, and clunky, and slow, and loud, and it was Milsim. You know, some people like to sit on a head glitch all game and get some kills, and to them that's fun. For me, and I know it's subjective, but for me, this game, it hits that fun factor. I've had fun on this game. I've had fun running around and getting pieces. It's really fun. Alright, but now we gotta move to the bad. Alright, number one, the performance issues. Now, it has some performance issues that are annoying. For example, if you use the shotgun class, not the creative class, but the default class that they have for you, if you're a person that YYs a lot, you'll notice that whenever you YY to that quick draw pistol, the game stutters bad every single time. The frames drop a lot, there's a lot of stuttering, and just the overall performance. In Black Ops 7, I was getting anywhere from 260 to 280 frames, and I don't have like the world's best PC or anything. But in this game, as you can see in the video, I mean, I'm getting anywhere from 150 to 180, and it's really topping out about 180. I don't consistently get even 200 on this game, which isn't that big of a deal to me as far as my experience. I've still had a good experience on this game, even with that being said. But some people are going to be pretty upset that they got these, you know, real expensive PCs and they can't get even half the frames that they're getting on not just other games, but even other CODs. And so the performance, they really need to take a look at it. I know it's a beta, and they can, you know, there's optimization things they can do, and I'm sure they'll make it better as the year progresses. Alright, this is honestly one of my biggest critiques, is the maps. Every time I play with my friends on here, they're talking about this or that, and I'm like, guys, it's the maps. The maps are trash. And I just don't know what Infinity Ward was thinking. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I like, and I think the majority of the COD community likes, the traditional 3-lane style of map. They're straightforward. You can have control on the map. If you're better than the other team, you're going to make them spawn in a certain location or on a certain side, you know, potentially even the whole game. And maps that you can control that have a good game flow like that, those are better maps to me. These maps are just an open kill box. Like this map you're seeing here, Transit. It is just, you spawn in the left corner, you spawn in the right corner, you spawn in the middle. There is no rhyme or reason to this. This is just like Shipment. You spawn in, you get a couple kills, and then 3 people spawn in front of you. And I don't know what they were thinking. BO6, we got a bunch of brain rot maps, small maps. People hated it. And BO7, they added in some bigger maps, more 3-lane, more distinguishable lanes. And then now we're back to this, where it's just brain rot central. Silkworm is just terrible. These giant open lanes, you're forced to kind of stand down and watch these open lanes for people to cross. Reminds me of MW19, but especially MW2. And it's just a big kill box. These maps are just big kill boxes. It's like you're just going into Shipment. I think this Transit map is smaller than Nuketown. And if it's not smaller than Nuketown, it plays way worse than Nuketown. You can control on Nuketown. You cannot control anything on here. The spawns are terrible. The maps right now are trash, and hopefully some of the maps we get for the official release are going to be better than these, because these maps affect the game. The mechanics could be fun, the guns could be fun, and if the maps and the spawns are bad, it can ruin the entire game. Right? That's how COD is. The maps are that important. All right, the TTK, guys, it's fast. It's blistering fast. I mean, it's so fast that you really don't even have to aim. I mean, you just see that right there in that kill. I jumped over that heady, started hip firing, just kind of flicked my gun a little bit in the general direction, and the guy was just dead. There are times in this game where you will just go around a corner, pre-fire a little bit, and they're just dead instantly. It's just all the shots hit, all the shots register. It's like 3 bullets to kill. The TTK is just too fast, but it's a little inconsistent. Like that first assault rifle you get is trash. The TTK is way too slow on that compared to the other guns. And so I think there's a lot of balancing they need to do here with these guns, and they really need to bring up the HP just a little bit. Even if they did 130, not 150, it's too fast. And people say, well, why do you care that it's fast? Well, because it ruins skill expression. You don't have to be skillful to get kills in this game. You shoot 2 or 3 shots and a guy's dead. If a guy's already a little weak before you shoot him, which happens a lot on COD, especially these small maps, you may need 2 bullets to kill some people. It just doesn't take much skill. Coming from Black Ops for 2 years, where you had to be more accurate with your tracking, and people who were better than you typically won the gunfight. Here it's just honestly, whoever shoots first, if they see you first, you're pretty much dead if you're playing a competent player. Alright, attachments. There are way too many attachments, and all of them give you penalties. I mean, even the red dot. You cannot put a red dot on your gun without getting a penalty for ADS speed. Nearly every single attachment, you get mobility penalties, ADS penalties, strafing penalties. And this is going right back to MW2, and I just don't understand why they do this. Why would you make a game that's fluid and fast with small maps and then discourage attachments being put on your weapon? Everything, all the ADS, everything is penalized, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe, after all of the negativity that was MW2 and all the sluggish attachments and how everything hurt your speed and your momentum, I just can't understand why they would go back to this formula of every single attachment being a hindrance to you. I remember back when MW2 first came out, and everybody who was competent at the game was telling you, run 2 or 3 attachments at most. Don't put 5 attachments on your gun. It literally makes your gun and you as a player worse. It makes no sense. It's a horrible, horrible design flaw. And that is definitely something that needs to change going forward. Alright, those are my thoughts, my honest thoughts for this beta. I thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Make sure to tell me down in the comments what you liked, what you don't like about the game, if you have any disagreements with what I said about this take on the game. And hopefully we can be in for a decent year. Hopefully they can change some of these things. I guess we'll see.